Good afternoon, everyone. Quick weekly catch up, basically. I'm absolutely shattered. We've just been to the car boot again. I know it's lethal, and I'm absolutely shattered. So, if you watched the previous video, I sewed this cover with you. So that one's all done lovely. I haven't stuck these on yet; they're not on properly. I did the other one, a little bit more decoration. And that's got that one to go on. So yeah, they're coming on. That's great. Yeah, I did a video with the signatures, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. See, old age memory going again. So they are coming on. Sorry. So they're coming on a treat. I've stuck some the small flower book pages on. I've done those quite a few bits through the signatures, put the tags in and things like that. So they are coming on rapidly now. Those two go together. So yeah, it's filling up and it's starting to chunk out as well. So so there's that, and then there's the, just grab this one. I haven't lined the covers yet, but those will go on the back page when they're all lined and ready. Let's just check actually. Oh yeah, fine. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, by the time that's in and the other cover and stuff, they're going to be really nice journals actually, nice size. Yeah, cool. Happy with those. So yes, I shall get on and get them done. But as I say, I'm absolutely shattered. I've got to stop going to car boots. I keep coming back with so much stuff, it's ridiculous. So with that in mind, oh, I was going to say, I bet I've left it. Right, hang on. Okay. This isn't all of it. Oh, I am the pits. Great big piece of fabric. Couldn't say no to that. It has got a great big mark down the middle, but there is just so much fabric here. 50p. I wasn't going to leave it there. I don't need fabric, but you know. You know. You'll forgive me. I'm sure you will. Beautiful doily. I don't think I'll use it in this one. I'm not sure, but I mean, absolutely stunning. 20p. Now I'm going to tell you, I was forced to buy this. You know I'm lying. This lady, there was a quilt on the floor, like that. Okay, patchwork quilt, all hand stitched, and you can see it's still got the. This isn't the quilt. This is a piece that I'm keeping. I'm selling the quilt because I just don't need it. I really don't need it in my life. So there's a couple of, oh, there's that piece, and no, that's it actually. There's that piece. Oh, here it is, and that piece already done, already stitched, and I'm keeping this little bit, and I love the stars, so I'm keeping those bits, but the rest of it is this massive, well, I say it's nearly done. It doesn't need a lot more work, the actual quilt, but I'm getting rid of that. And then there is the biggest wodge of fabrics. I mean, this is like, well, I mean, that is that width, and I swear to you, the actual pile of fabric she gave me is at least that wide. And there's like 30 pieces here, so you can imagine. She said, oh, you might as well have all the fabric that goes with it. And there's the templates for the for the diamonds and the hexagons, everything. It's a complete quilt kit basically, but I don't need it in my life, so I'm letting that go. I'm going to stick that on eBay and get rid of that. So, but I'm keeping these bits because I love the fabrics. They're quite thin. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can just see, yeah, there you go, so you see my hand through. They're quite thin, but I thought actually, you know, they are vintage. I'm assuming they're all vintage. Some of them might not be, but I don't know. Anyway, you know, yeah, I'll reuse these pieces, I'm sure I will. But she's used Christmas cards, but you can see, I mean, it's all the bits are still in the back. I mean, it's beautiful. So that was one haul. down there. And then Friday I went to the charity shops with my granddaughter. She was after a pair of wellies, and you know what kids are like for wellies, they're in 5 minutes and they've grown out of them. So I bought her a pair at the charity shop. But I picked up this, it's a single quilt with a pillowcase. I think it was £2, but I just thought that's asking to be a journal. The back, yeah, you can see where I'm going. So I've got a ton of fabric. Yeah, beautiful. So as I say, it's a single duvet pillowcase. Happy, happy, happy. That's that. Somebody was selling Tyvek overalls, and I know that Tyvek is really good for reinforcing your journals and that. So she said, oh, I don't know what size it is, and I said, I don't care, I just want the fabric. And I've just noticed I've picked up an XXL, so it should be tons and tons of Tyvek in here. Yeah, so that was a bargain. £1. Yeah, I wasn't going to argue at that. So what else did I buy at the car boot? Oh, a new lampshade from the hall. I'm not going to show you that. So yeah, so that's, you know, yeah, as I say, we just got back and I thought I've got to get this done now, because if I sit on the sofa, I'm just going to collapse. So the journals are coming on. Really happy with how they're progressing. So they're over there. Right. Sorry, just grabbing stuff off the other table. So the Anne Brooke challenge this time is huge. Are you in screen? Yes, you are. Yeah, so I've got my background fabric. I managed to find another piece, because I've used this before. Let me just get my Anne Brooke bag out. This is the rest of the book. I've used that fabric before there, and and I love that. So when I was going through my stash and I found another bit, I nearly cried. I was like, yes. So this is going to be this one. Gosh, we've got to, well, I've stitched the background. I don't know if you can just see the lines going down there. And then she used some of the selvages off of fabrics, and I got this, all these buttons are going to fall off. Let me move those. I got this lovely bee fabric, and it says, "It's a beautiful life." So I had to put that on there because I love that one, and I'm sort of really hoarding those. And then I had a Fabric Freedom. I just thought they were quite good. Anyway, so this will be one pocket, and we've got to make a little book. So neither of the pockets are stitched at the moment, because we've got to put a heart in this one, which is a fabric heart, and then we've got to make this little book that goes in this one. And she is quite right, don't stitch it until you've got your little book made, because you don't know how fat you need this little pocket to be. So I've got my little book ready, so folded up the fabric already. It's got bits on it, but that's fine. I'll stitch over it anyway. But for the life of me, I can't remember what we've got to do, so I've got to sit and watch that video again. So that'll be my little book. I've got some random buttons going on here. I don't know whether I'll use them actually on here, because it's a bit plain at the moment. As I say, I need to rewatch Anne's video, because I seriously just cannot remember what we got to do next. So that's kind of in progress. I've done that one. I've had a go at bullion stitch, which I'm quite pleased with. It's come out as that stitch there. It's come out quite nice. A couple of vintage buttons. Well, that was a vintage button. Lots of stitching. Yeah, happy with that. That's quite calm. I think that would be quite nice, because the page previous to that was the circles one, which I still haven't finished. But I'm kind of, again, I am really happy that I haven't stitched my pages together yet. So yeah, that might be a mission for next week. Actually, I can start stitching them together now, because I think we've only got one more after this, and then we're on to our covers. So I do need to catch up. Oh, there's the, I cut this heart, but it's too small. I need to do a bigger one, I think, because when that's in the pocket, it's just going to get lost. Yeah, I need to play around with it a bit more. I did try to keep up with her when she was telling us about the booklet, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's that previous one, so I'm going to put that in there so I don't lose that, and that's the instructions for that page. I've got some bits of fabric sat here, so yeah, I need to play around with it, so I need to get on with that. Oh, I know what else I was going to show you. Before the world went mad and coronavirus took over everybody's life, I did a pottery day. Now, I've never done pottery, and a lot of people say to me, oh, I did it at school and it was great and it was lovely. I never did. So I felt really left out. And I looked everywhere. I didn't really, did I want to do a course? I don't know. I guess I would have done if I could have found one cheap enough, but they were all ridiculously expensive. And then I found this lady locally, and she said she does like a morning's one-to-one tuition. I think I've told you about this, but anyway, one-to-one days of mornings, one-to-one tuition, 50 quid. I thought, okay. But I thought, you just get it out of your system. So I made the pots. You know, on a wheel. I was going to say spun them myself, but you don't spin pottery. I potted them. I don't know what's the word. Anyway, I made them myself. So, and I left it to her to glaze them because because lockdown hit, and because I would have gone back and done another an hour or so just to glaze them as I want them. But she rang me when the lockdown hit, and I said, look, do you know what? I love blue. Just do blue. Play around with it. Do what you like. I wasn't fussed about the finish. It was just making the pots that I was really interested in doing. It's got a great big divot in that one. So I don't think I did too bad. I mean, you know, these are my first ever pots. They're fairly even. It's a nice rustic, you can hear that. Yeah, so she did the glazes for me. I bet she swore at that one because that would have stuck to the kiln. I used to do a lot of glass work. I had a kiln, and when the dichroic glass fad was on, I used to make tons of dichroic glass jewellery. But yeah, so this one's nice. It's kind of semi-rough on the outside, but also glazed. So she's done a cracking job on that. This is just my colours. This is right up my street. But I made the pot. I'm very pleased with myself. And this, I think I had the idea of making saucer type things for, you know, when I'm doing my Anne Brooke challenge, for example, just to keep all little bits and bobs in. But it went a bit wonky donkey there by the looks of it. I think this is the one that started to fall off the wheel. But anyway, not to worry, it's fine. Yeah, so I say she's done there. See, that's my name, Sue. It's upside down to you. Let me turn it that way, Sue. Yeah, so she's done a cracking job at glazing, so bless her. And then the last one was this one. I think this is the one that got a wobble on at the end, and it just, she said stop, and I did, and I said, you know what, it's fine, it's rustic, it's fine. It's a bit thick and thin, but so she's done a heavy white glaze on that, but beautiful. I was really chuffed. I went and picked them up on Friday, and yeah, and quite even as well, quite surprising. I thought it was great for a first time. Might be the only time I do it. I don't know. I might try and do... Nah, I don't think I need it in my life. I think I've got enough going on. But anyway, I picked them up. So that was March and it's now August. So yeah, long time waiting, but I've got them. So hurrah. And that's out of my system now. So that's all good. I didn't get round to doing a second video today. I was going to do one. But hopefully I'll have a bit of time tomorrow because it's a bank holiday. Well, I don't work Mondays anyway, so that's fine. Just looking around my room rapidly just to see if there's anything else. I've done the slow stitch page, but I want to do a separate video for that because I want to talk about doing the next page and what you'll need for that. So don't worry, we'll catch up with that one. I think that's everything. I'll say I'm looking around rapidly. Is there anything else I need to show you? No, I think that's it. So quick short one, quick catch up. Well, I said it in the last video, but I'll say it again. Huge thank you to the ladies that have bought off of me. Oh, yeah, I was going to explain, Chris, love you. She thought she'd missed out on the little art books, but it was my fault. It was a mistake on the listing. Etsy is a bit weird. you can list multiple items, so you can do like I did with my little art books. There was 5 of them originally, and you can do separate listings. But if hang on, how do I describe this? So as I say, they've got a weird box on it, so you can say quantities vary for each option. So you list your options, and if you don't hit that quantities vary for each option, it just puts up one listing. I don't know if this is making any sense. So basically, once that one listing is sold, that's it. It's gone. It's off your page. And so if you hit the quantity option so that everything's one, it stays alive, and then it just chunters down as people buy the stuff, etc, etc. So of course I didn't hit that box, did I? And my lovely customer that is interested in the garden journal, she bought one of the little art books, and of course that knocked every listing off. So thankfully Chris told me, oh, I've missed out, and I was like, no, there's 4 more left. Then I checked the listing and I realised I'd made that mistake, because I did exactly the same on the greeting card, because Chris, you love you, she bought a greeting card as well, and of course bought one. I hadn't put that there is multiple quantities, even though there's only one of each. But if I don't hit that box, as soon as somebody buys one, it just gets rid of the listing. If that makes any sense whatsoever, great. If you're an Etsy seller, be aware of that, because I've gone through my sold out items and realised that there's quite a few listings where I've had multiple things to sell of a similar nature, but because I haven't hit that quantity box, it's knocked them right out. So I've gone back in and relisted a load of stuff. So thank you, Chris. You're a star. Well done. Yeah, so anyway, your stuff will be on its way to you Tuesday, because obviously there's no post tomorrow because it's a bank holiday. So I'll probably confuse the heck out of everybody. I'm going to call it a quits now. I've got a roast in the oven. It's making me absolutely starving hungry, smelling it up here. So I'm going to go and have my tea and collapse on the sofa. And I'm going to wish you a lovely rest of your day. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. I got a little idea to do something with this. This is all the threads that come off when I'm sewing and when I'm shredding other fabrics. You know, there's a piece of hessian in there, so you can see that. But yeah, so I've come up with a little idea, and I will introduce you to a new YouTuber that I've found who is very inspirational. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. If that didn't make any sense, but yeah, don't worry about it anyway. If you're not an Etsy seller, it doesn't matter. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to stop waffling now, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, thank you. Bye bye.